Welcome to Against the Storm. I actually haven't played this game before when it first launched, but now there was a big update, update 1.4, which is a free update, but it was also at the same time as a DLC, the Keepers of the Stone DLC. This one is not free, but it's also not that expensive. The publisher Hooded Horse sent me a key to try it, so this is not a sponsored video at all, but I do thank Hooded Horse for sharing a key so I can try it and share my thoughts with all of you. There is also, by the way, right now, as I record this episode, a big sale on all Hooded Horse games, and you know, Hooded Horse is a good one. We're talking about Manor Lords, Soviet Republic, as you can see over here. I mean, I have obviously all of those games now. Norland, Clanford. There's also Cataclysmo that I showed on my channel. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see it, and many others. So a lot of big, discounts. There's also this new game here, Breachway, that just launched in early access. Don't hesitate to check that one too. Yes, today we're gonna play Against the Storm, and in particular we're gonna play this new DLC. The free update comes with a new fishing system, new events, increased level cap, new city upgrades, new buildings, new many things, and again this is all for free. And then you have the DLC that introduce new species and a new biome. So a lot of things for us to discover. Now if you've never heard about this game before, this is very similar to Frostbank. Obviously a different setting. Instead of the snow, it's rain, and it's also a bit more kind of fantasy, right? Dark fantasy, but it's a city builder where you need to rebuild your civilization in the face of apocalyptic rains. But Against the Storm is actually much more than this. It's actually quite unique. It is a city builder, but it also has a big roguelite element, or if you wish, it's almost like a very long campaign where you're gonna want slowly but surely to rebuild your central city with getting higher and higher level to your actual player. You know, right now, for example, I'm level 2 with only 40 of experience, not really very advanced. You know, I've just only played a couple of games or a couple of maps, if you wish. So you have your central city over here, the smoldering city, your citadel, and then you're gonna place or play, maps anywhere here, slowly but surely, to build small, cities. Each of these will probably take you, 1 to 3 hours max, I would say, to either win or lose, because each time you can win or lose. If you win, of course, you're gonna get bonuses, right? And each of these is gonna be different. And then every few years, there's this blight storm that sort of reset, but you've gained bonuses. So the next time you try, it becomes easier. Then you can see there's also the points of interest. Each of the map you're gonna play are gonna be different. They're all unique. So there's really interesting things. I know many of you may have played it before, but for those of you who haven't, we're not going to go directly to the new content. We will see the new content, some of the new content right away. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna really start with the basics, with the first tutorials before we move to the admin things. So instead of continuing, this one over here, what I'm gonna do, and you can do the same, is you can have as many profiles as you want. So I can create now a new profile. And with this new profile, I can now basically restart from scratch. Let's go. Okay, so we are in the first tutorial. Obviously, to show you how to move. Right, you can use a camera or you can use WASD. And it is the Queen's Envoy because, as you saw, right, there is a queen indeed in the big central city. And every turn, every minute, she becomes more and more impatient. So that is why I say each map is limited in time, because if she gets to, the full here, to the full impatience, then you lose. On the other hand, if you fulfill your duties and increase your reputation, and you get all the way over here, right now we're there, if you get all the way over here, then you have won this map and you can move to a new map. There is also this concept of every time you increase your reputation, you will get new blueprints. At the beginning of the game, you have basically no blueprints or very few blueprints, but then the more you improve your character, the more you're gonna get blueprints even from the start. Now the first blueprint, we don't have a choice. There's only the woodcutter camp. In a normal map, you will be able to choose between 3 usually. So we're gonna pick this woodcutter camp and move forward. pressing space, to increase the time. You can see this is 1, 1.5, 2, and 3 speed. We need to build, the woodcutter camp because the wood is used over here into a sort of small fire plant where our people are getting warm, right? Because it's raining all the time, so they need to get warm. We have also over here, very importantly, it's our orders. Again, in normal maps, you may start with like 3 different orders. You may be able to pick which order you want between several. This is the tutorial, so we don't have a choice. The orders has to build 2 woodcutter camps and to have 10 wood in these. So we're gonna go over here and build 2 woodcutters camps. You can see that they have a ranch, right? And all of these are wood. And by the way, this is a very standard map, but every map is gonna look different. Here, all of these that are hidden in the fog, right? These are all other places that we're gonna want to discover. And to discover them, you need to cut trees. So it's a good thing we're gonna start cutting trees. So let's put one over here and maybe one completely on this side so that we can open these 2 here. Okay, so we unpause. They're going to start building, right? You can choose the priority if you want these to be built before that one. By the way, I have 3 types of people right now: humans, beavers, and lizards, and they all, sort of specialize in different things. Here it is. We have our first building built. Now we can have people working there, and as you can see, there is a bit of a bonus for the beavers. It makes sense, right? The beavers in the woodcutter camp. So we're gonna put 3 of them into this one, and it's gonna work well. And then to this one, it's fine. We can put maybe 2 humans and 1 lizard. We can, by the way, speaking of wood, also mark which trees we want to focus on. Otherwise they're gonna take whatever is closest. But we can say maybe let's focus on this one, on these ones, on these ones here, and on these ones there, so that we can try to unlock all of these new areas. Winning, losing, I talked about this. We finished the first order already, perfect. So the next mission is to cut through the forest to discover 2 glades. So each of those area here is called a glade, right? That's what we want to do. Don't hesitate, of course, to tell me if you have any questions. Also, if you're an expert in the game, don't hesitate to tell in the comments, anything I've been missing for everybody else. Again, at this point, we don't really have access to many things, but we will very soon. We will also have a problem that most of my people don't have shelter. So let's make sure we pick this new blueprint of shelter and we start building some shelters for our people. These are houses, right? These ones are sort of basic houses. Anybody can live there, but in the future we'll get more specialized, better houses too. So they're bringing, the wood to those constructions. The wood cutters are also obviously moving around. You can see when they're cutting wood, they're bringing back the wood over here, right? So all of this is happening. You can see the storage inside. You can deactivate if you need to, all those type of things. So normal city builder here. And you may have realized that the queen impatience is slowly but surely increasing now. And we have 1 reputation because we finished 1 order. Okay, we can accelerate, I think, a bit the time. We're starting to build some houses there. That's great. So the number of people that are homeless is going to slowly but surely decrease, right? Right now we have 6. When we build this one, I'm sure it will decrease to 3. It is 3. We've also unlocked our first glade over here, right? And we can also see what resources are available in this glade. There is some nest, some eggs basically, and there is some roots, these sort of vegetables. Okay, so that's the first one. I could tell them to stop cutting this wood because we've already found this, but I think it's just 2 trees. Let's just do this, so at least we also have a nice space there. Okay, we may also be very close to that one. We're also not very far from this one. It should be fine. We have built all 6 houses, so yeah, we have even 6 spaces free for new people to join us in the future. Because of course we're gonna want to increase our population. I know there's also other numbers there, like the 19, 14. We'll talk about this in the future, don't worry. Okay, and yeah, I mean, if you're wondering, I am planning to do a nice series on this one. I think, there is some interesting things. This game is cool. We have discovered 3 glades, right? What? Oh, we want more beavers. We don't have beavers. So in some of the glades, there will be events. For example, there you can see there is something. There is an herbalist camp. we can decide to either salvage it or rebuild it. If we rebuild it, obviously we get an herborist camp. If we salvage it, we get some resource, some reeds, and some basket of insects. I think I'd love to be able to do. Yeah, let's do this one. I think rebuild. We need to assign some workers. Let's put those guys and let's investigate. And you can see it's gonna take 20 seconds because I've put 3 people. Okay, good. This is now going. To finish this mission, we need 5 beavers on wood. So let's make sure we put beavers here. Perfect. Good. So one more is done. We have also discovered one more over here. We're discovering many. That's great. Love it. And we have now a new order. What is it? It is to have a small forager camp and to have some vegetables, right? So let's go back into our reputation bonus, unlock this building and start building. We can see where the resources are. There's vegetable here, roots there. So the mission is vegetable, so let's start there. But actually we can probably build a second one right away and maybe take care of these roots. Okay, we may not have enough people for them to be fully worked, but it's still better than nothing. The herbalist camp right over here, perfect. It is working. You can see there is actually also a lot of resource, so that's great. Let's put some humans on it. Good. Good. You can put workers even before the building is built, by the way, if you're wondering. So for example, yeah, I can put it in advance. Good. Okay. Now, what you may want to do at this point is, while there is still trees that could be cut, and maybe we're gonna cut them a bit, what we can do after is also start moving the building somewhere else. So for example, maybe I want to move it in this corner to try to get these, or maybe I move it here. And I try to cut, there and there. And then the one at the bottom. And we probably want to get in that direction, I guess. So let's move this tree cutter somewhere here. Yeah. We have one more beaver. Let's focus all of our beaver here. Let's go there. And then in the future, we can go here. Oh, too soon for dangerous glade. Yeah, no, I know, we're not ready for it, but don't worry, we'll get there. If this is wide like this is because this is out of my range, right? That's why. Okay, so next order is to build a stone cutter plant, and so that we can start having some clay. So that's all good. Let's get that going. Just to take out this warning, I'm doing this. And my stone cutter, let's see, where do we have any stone? Here, there is some clay here. I don't have the space, it is red, as you can see. Here, no? Yes, perfect. Okay, oops. There's a good wiki right over there, as I was just showing. That's pretty cool. There is some newcomers that want to join. And usually you'll have a choice, for example, do I want 1 lizard and 1 beaver or 3 humans? And also, what will they bring with them? In this case, I think we're gonna go here. There is a lot of vegetables and stone and leather. That's pretty cool. Even if that means I do have quite a lot now of humans. And I've used also all of my free space. So let's make sure we build a few new shelters. We have a lot of wood because I've been cutting quite a lot. So that's great. They're getting there too. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put some workers on this one. My bad. Stone cutter, I'm gonna put lizard and a human. There's no bonuses, I think, over here. It needs a masonry for a bonus. And here they are, they're starting to make some clay. Perfect. So soon we'll have finished this one, and we've also unlocked a new that has a small encampment. Okay, a destroyed camp in the wilderness. They are still survivors. So we can actually welcome new people if we give them a couple of vegetables, or we can send them to the citadel to get some amber. So it's like money, which can be used later on. But I think we're gonna get the people, so let's put 1 human and 1 lizard. By the way, if you see those arrows there, that means you have the choice. You have the choice of giving vegetable or maybe something else. And maybe you don't have vegetables, but in this case we have vegetables, so it's fine. Let's just do this. 30 seconds, it's gonna be quick. Okay, moving on, we have finished this order here. And with this, we can have an harvester camp. It's an advanced camp to gather large resource nodes, things like plants, reeds, leather. That's great. So let's go for it. We're gonna need to unlock it and build it. So we have here some, there too. Okay. And by the way, right now there is a looming darkness. So there is actually, malices on my people. They are actually not that happy. But we'll talk a bit more about that in the future. Let's put some workers. I only have one left. Okay. But this is, I'm gonna get 2 more there, right? So in a second we should be fine. We've also unlocked this part here. That's great. There is more clay. No builders available, I know, but we'll get builders in a second. Here it is. We've got a few more builders now and a few more people. So let's go. Good. They're gonna build also the houses hopefully soon. Right. But we've already rebuilt 2 new ones, so we're good. Okay, we need some fibers, and it is, the storm is done. That's good. Now my people are back to being okay happy. Okay, next order, we want to start making some planks, some bricks, and some fabrics. These are sort of the second level of resources, right? You're going to start transforming, let's say, in your workstation, in this case a crude one. In the future we'll get a more advanced one, right? We're gonna be able to transform some resources. So we probably, you wanted to either be able to take resources from your warehouse or take resources directly from where they're produced. Something like this over here is pretty cool, because whatever is produced over there, for example the leather or the plant fiber, they can be delivered directly, or the wood similarly can be delivered directly. We probably do need to move my wood though, somewhere over here soon. Okay. There is also cornerstone. So cornerstone, we're going to unlock these from time to time. And these are sort of like bonuses. And of course, this is for each map. So for this map, because maybe of the weather, because of how the map is, maybe I'll want to have the exploration contract. Maybe for next map, I actually will want another one. In this case, I think it's a good question. Gain 20 reeds for each glade discovered. I mean, we've already discovered most of them. So I think we're gonna do more this one. Production is 50% quicker in the workstation. Let's put people directly here too, by the way, up. And you can see that in this crude workstation, there is multiple recipe. I can transform my wood into planks. I can transform plant fiber or other things like algae or reed into this fabric, etc. I can choose which one to have active or not. In the future, I'll be able to also choose which one is prioritized versus others. So that is really cool. I mean, the reality, for example, is I don't really need pipe. So let's not have pipe, but let's definitely build the other ones. Okay, and slowly but surely, we're also getting close to the end actually of this first tutorial. So we have 5 reputation out of 7. So when we get to 7, we'll have one. A big one here, that's great. There is also a small event where we can actually get more people again. Let's do this. Oh, I may have 1 person. Okay, but still, let's do it. So 1 person means it's going to be longer, right? Instead of 30 seconds, it's going to be 1 minute. Okay, what else? We still have some free houses. That's good. What is happening here? Too far from her. Yeah, this is not in range. This is a shelter. We got a shelter for free. Oh, I don't know, but it needs to be in range indeed of the fireplace. Not sure what happened. Anyway, they're cutting trees. Soon they're gonna get us there. Maybe we try to unlock this one first. But I'm not sure we can have these guys. Yeah. I'm not sure it's gonna be in range, but anyway, that is life, and that is life. Otherwise, I may have to do it on that side. Let's see. Okay. We're almost done. We need just 2 more planks. By the way, I didn't show you, but at the top over here, I have all of my resources. So for example, here, this is all my food. which one are increasing, which one are decreasing. Then we have my building materials, we have my raw materials, right, like the wood. Where's my wood actually? No, wood is over here, sorry. Wood is here, but you know, the stone and clay. Okay, there's some newcomers and there's some new orders too. So let's go for these guys and let's see what new orders we have. Finally, it is to cut through the forest to discover one dangerous or forbidden glade. So these ones are dangerous of, you know, there'll be a big event. And we also need to have, that will come after, sorry, I will show you in a second. Maybe we just try to get to that one first and then we'll go over here. In the meantime, let's see. In this case, you know, we have the choice, which one do we want? And this is a specialized house, right? That will make some people, you know, for example, the human one will make the human more happy. It's also nothing though, it's only 2 inhabitants. This one was 3, right? So it is specialized and not as big, but it also costs more advanced resources. Let's build one for the fun of it, right? I don't think we're gonna be able to get over here unless I move actually this guy here. Yeah. You can rotate building, by the way, I didn't show you. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, we've already discovered it, so let's stop cutting all of this. And instead, let's move my woodcutters here, both of them. Let's go crazy, so that we can cut our way through this dangerous glade. Okay, like this. We can see here there is a small abandoned cache. We can break it open, that will cost us a bit of stone or something else, or we can send it to the citadel. Right? This will cost some tools. We have many, by the way. You can see we have 40, and in this case we have 23. This will give us some resources. This will give us a bit of reputation and a bit of money. I don't really need this. I mean, I can do one or the other. It's not going to change anything, to be honest. Let's send to the citadel for once instead of doing all the other ones. But yeah, we're very close, you know, to finishing this mission. We have those 2 humans here. Right, they're obviously going to be happier in that one. But let's unlock this as soon as possible. I could build another woodcutter, right, to make it even faster. Let's go. I mean, it's gonna take a bit of time, I guess, to build it, but still. You can, if you want, to have as many as you want. It was my point. Okay, what else should we be doing? By the way, all of these resources, they are limited. Right? There's a limited number, I mean, of course, of wood. You've seen with cutting wood, but all of the other resources are also limited. So at some point, you will have to move your building to get into new places. And it is. We have discovered a special event, and this one there is a threat. Because it is a dangerous one, there is a threat. What is this threat? Well, in 37 seconds, we're going to have this curse. Disturbing the ruin of the great civilization can have grave consequences. It will kill 3 random villagers in 30 seconds, unless I finish this before that happens. So let's, oh no, we don't have, let's make sure we take out these guys here. Let's put them over here. Okay, 1 of each. So it is gonna take 30 seconds to do, but it takes 2 resources. 4 planks I have, it's fine, but it also takes 20 scrolls, which we don't have. We have 0. The good thing is it can also take fabric, and that we have. So let's do this. We're gonna need to click on investigate, right? But here it is. So hopefully we're gonna do it before the curse. And that was, you know, the second mission was to change to fabric. The third is just to get that tablet from as a reward. So let's see. No, it actually takes 30 seconds from the moment the people arrive there with the resources. So we're definitely going to have the threat. We're going to lose 3 people, but look at this. They're starting to deliver the resources. There it is. So now it's going to start. Next threat is in 6 minutes. And again, 3 people will die at that point. It is, 3 have died. Nothing you could have done, basically. But yeah, we're basically done now. This is finished. So we're getting the ancient tribe tablet, ancient tablet, delivered and done. we have finished this first settlement. This was, of course, a short one because it is a tutorial, but you'll see this is a bit how the game works. You're going to have a map, a starting settlement, you have a roguelite element where the more you advance, the more you're going to be able to have good things when you start a settlement, but also the more, of course, you're going to want to increase the difficulty. We have also gained some experience, so still level 1, but we've gained some experience and we've gained some food stockpile of bread, which is the resource we're going to need to improve our city. Now, right away, it's pushing us to the second tutorial, which will give us, some information about a bit more kind of advanced things. I will show this in the next episode. In the next episode, we will finish this tutorial, move also to the main game. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you want to see more. And again, a big thanks to Hooded Horse for sharing a free key for me to play this game, which I hadn't before. I had definitely heard a lot about it, but never had the time and just occasion to play it. I'm looking forward to do a quick series on this one. So again, smash like button and I hope to see you next time.